Hey there, my friend Perry Tinsley here. Your day fills up fast, doesn't it? I know mine does, the to-do list, all these things. And it seems like you wake up, the sun is rising, and the next thing you know, the sun is setting. You're like, where did the time go? Where did the day go, right? And with so much to do, it really seems like it becomes challenging to fit in a workout or even making healthy food choices. And I know we have the idea of wanting to make the healthy food choices, but a lot of times we grab for convenience, what's easy, what can we quick pop in the microwave, or what can we quick do through the drive-through, right? So with a busy day, it seems like it's hard to make the healthy choices or at least to do them on a consistent basis. But trust me, it's really not. So we're going to talk about this today. But before we get into all this great stuff, I want to welcome you to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out in mindset and fitness so that you can recharge your mental and physical battery and reclaim your power. And that's what it is. It's all about helping you recharge. And that's why I tell people, and when you're ready, you can pop over there too. Hop over to the website, talktoperry.com, and you can choose a time, especially for you, because I want to help you through the struggles. I want to help you strategize so that you can keep that energy boosted and really move forward with your goals. Because I often ask, how would your life look different if your mental and your physical battery, you're feeling fully charged? How would that impact your life? Talktoperry.com is where we're at. Just as I'm thinking about just dialing back the Wayback Machine, and it's so cool that I can say the Wayback Machine because I've been on my journey for 20 years when I made the decision, the committed decision to start with exercise and to eat better and then healthier and then dial it in toward my goals. It's been 20 years since I made that decision. And there are people I know that constantly they kind of like, okay, I'm really want to do this. I've got this desire to do this, but they maybe get started and then let life kind of take them down a different path. They let the external world control them and drain their power and energy. And, we give our power away to a lot of things. So I'm dialing back and going back in the Wayback Machine to when I was first starting, because there was this conflict here. And it was, okay, I'm at a point in life where I need to lose weight. I need to drop this, I had the beer gut and everything. I got to a place that people told me I would get to, but I didn't believe them. I didn't accept it, yet there it was. And so I'm trying to look for easy way outs. I'm researching, what can be done. Is there a procedure? Is there something? Are there magic pills? Whatever. And then I started realizing, you know what? You're not taking responsibility for this, Perry. And so it was really easy just to look at the outside. Can anything on the external world solve my problem for me? And is there anything that, and then there was a lot of blame at, the fast food industry. Oh, the food's so bad. Oh, and I'd point the finger at stuff. Well, I'm so busy with this. And I started to realize, oh my gosh, I got to take responsibility here. And if anything's going to change with me, it has to start with me. It has to be me. I have to take responsibility. I've got to stop I can't do it because of this, or that doesn't work because of this. It is all because of me. So if things are going to work, it's all because of me. So first thing I needed to address was, you know what? I was about ready to start exercising, and I was following a plan that was going to have me doing a workout, or at least showing up every day of the week, 7 days a week. Sundays were recovery days. It wasn't take day off and all this stuff. It was a recovery day. And so, I wanted to see where would 90 days change for me, Would it just get me a little bit fitter? Would it take a few pounds off? So I'm like, I'm committed. 90 days. Now, who did I need to be to do this 90-day thing? Because it would have been very easy after day 3, day 4. Well, life got busy. I'm unmotivated. I'm running a German Shepherd rescue. I've got a home business with video and web design. I'm a full-time teacher. I've got this hour drive. There might be weather. It would be very easy to drift off course. So I'm like, I got to stop this finding the time sort of thing. I got to stop this. I got to get motivated because after a drive home, I would sit there and go, okay, I just need to unwind after a long day. I'd tell myself I had a long day. After a long day, and I have to relax, and then I'll get motivated. I needed to look at it and get radically honest with myself and said, you know what? You need to make time. When is your time, Perry? So I started on this journey. Got home from work, let the dogs out, got my workout clothes in, workout clothes on, let the dogs in, and went and got my workout done. And then I did things the next day, the next day, the next day. And I took the element of I got to get motivated to do it. Now in my mind, my little secret self is talking to me saying, we got to get motivated. No, I'm going to show up and do it. And it wasn't fun. I have a headache today. Should I just take today off and do doubles tomorrow? I would have that chatter. But no, I said, I'm committed. I'm showing up, even when I don't want to, because that's discipline. And I had to believe that should I commit, be consistent, and be disciplined, some results were bound to happen. And within the first couple days, I'm just humbled. I mean, I can barely do push-ups. I'm doing these, I had twisted my ankle like 3 days before I made this decision. So it would have been very easy to say, well, I got to wait till I heal. And then Easter was coming up. Oh, I got to wait till after Easter. And then I got radically honest with myself again. I'm like, see, you keep putting it off for a reason. And my big awareness was every time I came up with an excuse or a reason and then I decided to get back on, the universe would provide another escape hatch, another reason for me to give up. So I'm getting on a soapbox here and just saying it's not about finding the time and squeezing it in or whatever. It's about making the time, committing to yourself. Okay, just like you commit to yourself to go to bed at a certain time or brush your teeth or eat breakfast, whatever your little routine and ritual is. And I know there's people out there who are going to say, well, I don't eat breakfast. I don't. You're not getting the point if you're doing that talk. Talk is you make the time. Even if it's for 10, 15 minutes. And that's what I did for myself. On those days that I was unmotivated, I said, I'm showing up anyway. I am committing to at least 15 minutes. And if I'm spent at the end of 15 minutes, I'll call it a day, but at least I showed up. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create the habits. I often say on this podcast, James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says, in the beginning, and I was at the beginning of this journey, it's more important to create the habits than it is to see the results. So if you design the habits and you create these habits, you can always refine them down the line, but the results will start happening. See, when we start to give in to what all the results are happening and they're not going, and then you're distracted over here, and then you're giving up on this, and you're coming up and saying, wait, I'll wait until life settles down, or I'll wait until we actually build that home gym down another part, and I'll put things off until you're just telling yourself a story, and you're getting good at it. Another thing, use what you have. My friend Amy, I was mentoring her for a while, and what she did was she discovered she had a long day. She worked on a farm, up at 4:30, in bed by midnight, not a lot of sleep. And then she had these hour drives that she would have to do because she lived in the country, take her kids to soccer practice. So what did she do? She used what she had. She said, you know what? I'm at the soccer facility. Instead of being a parent just sitting on the sideline, I'm going to be an active parent. And she started doing laps around the soccer field or maybe around the building. I can't remember the story, but that's using what you have, if you're at work and you've got a way to just make a walk around the block a few times during lunches, make that count. Planning your meals. There's another one. You can easily stack this together where you're making a dinner and make a little bit extra and then quickly package that for the next day's lunch. Now, I used to do this kind of in bulk on Sunday afternoons. As I'm watching the football game or doing whatever, I'm making dinner. I also batch cooked things so my lunches were all done for the week. Now, I know some people will be like, I got to have all this variety and stuff like that. You know what? It might be a story, and that might be true, but I'm going to say test that out. Because when you have that convenience where you can grab something healthy, something that's right on track with the goals that you want, something that's going to provide nutrition for you, and it's easy grab and go, and you didn't even have to think about it because you prepared, man, that is like freeing, liberating, right? So you've just got like two birds right there. Um, so I remember that. What are the other things? It was just this decision to change. I remembered when I started doing those quick grab and go things, and I would portion things out too. And I know in the beginning, I had this battle of, oh, that sounds picky. That sounds boring. I just took that story away. I'm like, that doesn't have to sound boring. As a matter of fact, hitting my goals and having more energy and more enthusiasm and more confidence, that kind of fires me up. So it's really easy to just shift your perspective on things. Another thing, grouping tasks together. This is another one that I was doing for a while, watching TV, doing some exercise at the same time. I still do that actually. I'm doing my exercise routine and I'm watching a personal development video on the TV. Now my trainers, I stream them on another device into my workout room. So I'm following that so I don't have to make up and guess what to do for exercise. I'm just following along. I'm just doing what's prescribed on the TV or on the device. And then on the TV, I'm getting some fueled up mindset stuff. Pretty cool. You can stack those things that way. So it is okay to start small on this. But I'm going to say, in addition to saying starting small, I would say start simple. Take simple steps. That's what I started doing. Pushing and pulling exercises. Just eating simple nutrition with as many recipes and whatever tastes good, but lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and so things keep my energy up. So you can do those, and even just getting out for, doing some extra crunches for 5 minutes. Now, I get it. The story sometimes happens where it's like, well, that won't add up. That won't make a difference. I'll do those 5 minutes of abs and I'll step on a scale and I won't see anything. You're not. All right. I agree. But what if you added that 5 minutes of abs every other day and you did that over time for a year or 2 years? Might that make a difference? Might your core be a little bit stronger? Celebrating your wins. So many times we get done with one thing and on to the next and on to the next, and we never take time to stop and acknowledge ourselves for the amazing things that we're already doing. Maybe you've built in a routine where you're getting in, way more water than is prescribed out there. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Maybe you're doing something that you're doing things where you're parking the car farther away or you're taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator or trying to circle around for 5 minutes to get the parking spot right next to the building you want to go in. That's boosting your energy, right? Speaking of energy, hop on a recharge call with me. That's what I call it. I nickname my phone calls when people get on a call with me, I call them recharge because it's all about boosting your energy and reclaiming your power. So many of us, we go around life like a 6-year-old smartphone, 2% battery life, no charger in sight. And if we dare even launch one more app, oh my gosh, right? We're drained. So I want to help you recharge. I want to hear what struggles you're going through, what your goals are, what's been an energy drain for you. And I'll tell you within 15 minutes of us talking together, which direction is going to be the best for you, where you're going to get the best results from. And if anything, you'll walk away with 3 strategies you can use right today. So talktoperry.com is where that site is at. Pick a time that works for you. So even when life is whirlwind, there's always a way. So take a look at that. Really, and you'll start empowering yourself when you start going, okay, didn't go as planned, but I'm going to figure out a way. I would do that all the time. I got into the routine. Okay, we're going to be going away for the weekend. I need to get my workouts in. I'm going to rearrange my schedule to get that workout in. I made it that important to me to take care of me first so that I can be the best in all of the other things that I wanted to take on in life. Even if it was just traveling around and visiting family or something like that. So I just, you can choose to use your power and take control, really. I mean, this video here is all about taking control, using your power. But you could also make the excuses, let the limitations, or at least defending limitations, comparison, rationalizing, all that, you can let those control you and drain your power. It really boils down to deciding and committing to yourself and your goals and choosing to look at new ways, looking at possibilities, learning and growing, and keep moving forward. You've got this, my friend. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. You can drop those down in the comments. I promise I will respond on those. I always do. Might not be immediate that day, but I do get on those as quickly as possible. And I'm just going to say, you absolutely rock, my friend. I'm so glad that you come on this episode and at least got value, and maybe you've listened to the other ones too. And as I want to close this out, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find this show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.